Who has been your favorite guest so far on your YouTube show?
Man, it's been a lot, man. We had Booker T. That one hasn't dropped yet. Booker T was a good one just because growing up, not seeing a lot of black guys wrestle. That was a great one. And talk about him coming from nothing, how hard crimes he did. And now he's got an amazing school. He's done very well for himself. Like for me, you know, being black and then seeing a lot of athletes, they always have, when they get done with their sport, they're broke. Yeah. They always fall apart, and he's still fucking going. So that one really connected with me. I enjoy the Asmongold because he's a huge nerd, huge gamer like I am. The Rob Whittaker, Rampage, that was a good one. He was like, my co-host Michael was like, Rampage, this is a question for you. You know, talking about John Jones, pound for pound. And I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead. And Rampage goes, Mighty, I have a question for you. I was like, yeah. And he goes, have you ever fought John Jones, Have you ever fought John Jones? I was like, no. And he goes, then shut the fuck up. This question's for me. Like having Rampage, like I would say there has been one guest I have not enjoyed that where I got off and I was like, well, that was a big fucking waste of time. Like every single guest we've had on, I've always been able to connect with them because when I have it, I like to ask a lot of things that I truly have questions about for the guests. So I cannot pinpoint one. It's like, oh, that was probably my favorite. Like, I can take a piece from every single episode. We have on the Angela Lee, talk about past trauma.
That was deep.
That was a deep one.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Even like the Eddie Alvarez, him talking about like how it's like, you know, he's trying to build that business. Misha Tate, all the surgery, not the surgery, but all the trauma she's had. Like not trauma, but like just the drama from the Ronda Rousey event. So I think I've enjoyed every single one of my guests on the Mighty Cast.
We should have Misha Tate on here too.
Yeah.
Because I used to be a big fan of her fights.
Who, Misha Tate?
Yeah.
I can make that happen. You
that'd be amazing.
Yeah. She's in Vegas. I'm supposed to go on her podcast when I go to Vegas, but
nice.
She has to give me the date. So, but I love it. It gives me an opportunity to like navigate. I think it's very important for athletes, and as you're doing yourself, and you guys are building that, you know, the JAXXON podcast. Congrats on 1 year anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
You guys are doing a good job of bringing light, and you guys were just top 20, I believe, in lifestyle and the podcast thing. So that's amazing as well.
We broke through in our category. We broke through top 100 on Spotify, which was huge.
That's
amazing.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
awesome.
Rampage, just to give him the flowers he deserves. He's in here 5 days a week, all energy. The staff loves him. The team loves him. He's part of JAXXON. You know, we're the #1 men's chain brand right now, and that's what's also helping fuel this. All the fans out there supporting us, buying our chains, buying the brand, buying into what we're doing here. Mighty Mouse being one of our athletes. I mean, we have a great team here.
Have you started monetizing on YouTube yet?
No, I'm not putting, and we're not going to run ads on our YouTube.
I think that's what making it grow so fast. He's not running ads.
No, it's good. No, I think what's made it grow so fast is just the vibe, the guests, the energy. You know, you have like you, Luke Rockhold, you have different guests. You have Ric Flair. You guys hit on all that different that lifestyle space.
Yeah.
Right? It's not just all about UFC. And that's it. I think that's important. Like when I did my podcast, I told him, I was like, I'm not gonna be interviewing just the next UFC guest every single week. Like I want to have, like we just had Ninja on the podcast.
Ninja?
The
gamer,
Tyler Bevins. He just came on a podcast. We had Booker T. I said we just did Undertaker. We had Ray Rod. I don't know if you guys know who Ray Rod is. He does all the amazing edits. Ray Rod 747.
Oh yeah.
When Izzy did that. Broke it. We had him on, and just to hear his story. I mean, his story is a fucking amazing. Like when I found out about him, real quick. When I found out about him, the very first video, you played Metal Gear Solid, right? The original one.
Yeah. Oh my God.
There's a thing where it goes snake. There was a thing where you see this white guy, and he's fighting a black guy. He's fighting. He was like, just middle of the street in the Bronx in New York, and there's a black guy just sitting on the pole like this, just chilling, minding his own fucking business. And the white guy and the black guy are fighting, and he walks by the guy. He's sitting. He goes, bop, and hits the black guy, minding his whole fucking business. Then both the guys jump on him, and then he goes, snake. So I'm sure the white guy got his ass beat after two guys jumped on him. And that's the first time I discovered Ray Rod. And then I was like, hey, tell me about this edit you made. And he says, well, I made that edit because it spoke to me, and I felt like that's how the Bronx was. And it got, drugs, alcohol came through and just swept and killed a lot of people that I watched growing up. And that really resonated me to make that edit. So he has an amazing story. I can't wait for that one to drop. But yeah, man, we're just trying
I'm going to check that one out.
Yeah.